Donyale here from Live Heart Inspired Moment. This is a Live Heart Inspired Moment, and I come from the village of helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. To learn more about me, I always recommend the same that I do, which is I always go to someone's about or mission or what are they doing and why kind of thing. I suggest you do the same with me. So to learn more about me, of course, you can visit helpingbuildbridgesacross.com under about and also living in my truth. So with that, today's Live Heart Inspired Moment is why do we do what we do? What is the intent? What is the intent? You know, this question has really helped me in the years past and the months and even the plans for the hopeful road ahead. What is the intent? You know, why do I do what I do? Why do I want to do what I do? So I know my why. I know my why for helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. I know it started one way and it got elevated another way, but I know why and I know what it brings to me. It fulfills me. So I do those things. But I think this title, What is the Intent, goes across everything. You know, when you think about relationships, when you think about your working style, like, you know, there are people maybe in jobs who they hate. So why do you do what you do? And you might say, well, because I have to pay bills. I get that part. But then you might want to actively find something else. You know, why do we feel that we have to be stuck in things? And this is not magic. These are not words to say, hey, go out there and quit your job and find some. No, no one should ever be giving you something advice when they have no clue on what your responsibilities or obligations are. So always be alert to that. There's no one that should be telling you what you should do when they have no clue of who you are or what you are. And even those who are closest to you don't truly know your heart or what you're dealing with. So always know why. Why do you do what you do? When someone says something to you and it triggers a certain kind of emotion, I think it's better just to say, you know what, let me call you back, or let's talk later, or I got some things I got to take care of, because then you can get yourself together and not be quick to respond. You know, you can kind of say, you know, because some things you can't take back. You know, some things they become bigger than they need to be. But I just think, you know, life is meant to be celebrated. It doesn't mean every day is a good day. I mean, I'm not naive to that. I live in a real world and I have real things going on like everybody. But it's a discipline to choose to rise above that. It's a discipline to say, you know what, but I do have life. And I'm going to make the most of this day. And those things that I can change, I'm going to work on changing. And those things I can't, I'm going to have to put them on a shelf and pray them through and hope it works out. Because after some point, if you think about it, and I'm thinking about my own road travel, you know, life goes by fast. It really does. And I just don't want every day to be heavy. I think I talked about that before in one of my videos. I just don't want to. I just genuinely feel that. And I remind myself of that. You know, I'm not putting on a show. I don't think words are magic. I think it's a discipline. I think it's what we choose to do. And a lot of days you can fall short in that. But I wanted to stick to the topic because this is a Live Heart Inspired Moment. And I always tell myself that, Donyale, it's a moment. Because, you know, when you're a person that enjoys people and talking in life, you can get long-winded. And that's not the goal. The goal here is to share what's on my heart and for you to decide what can be an asset from it and take it with you. So if I could give us anything today to wrap up this session, really, it's really a simple one. What is our intent? Why do we do what we do? When someone says something we don't like, maybe just get quiet and just decide to exit that area. You know, get your bearing. I like to respond. I don't mind responding, but I don't like to be loud. I don't like drama. I really don't. I don't like all that. I don't know what that is. To me, it's almost like if you could observe. Think about some of the things you watch. And I know some people find it entertaining. This is not a judgment call. I'm just letting you know, for me, it's almost like it's almost like going to a zoo or something. It's just so aggressive and loud and angry. And then who wins in that? Sometimes bad things happen in those situations when it's so heated. Or saying things you don't mean, you know. You have to live with that stuff. You have to think about that. Nothing stays the same. And if life changes, oh gosh, if it changes from some bad moment, you have to live with that. That's just nonsense. So we're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep our day focused on the things that can help us. And our focus today is what is our intent? What is our intent? Why do we do what we do? And that's why one of my favorite things is take a pause. I've shared that before on my podcast as well as YouTube somewhere and many posts. Take a pause is huge because That means that when something happens that triggers that emotion where you feel kind of like, what was that? You can take a pause or even say, listen, I'll call you back, or we'll talk later, or whatever. It gives you time to breathe and kind of figure out what was that, because we all have bad moments and we just don't want things to build up to what they don't need to be. So until next time, what is your intent? What is your intent? That's a question we need to ask ourselves every day. Maybe write it somewhere before we do whatever we do. What is our intent? Do we know our why of why we're doing it? Our life matters. No matter how many people we share it with, we do matter on what's important and fulfilling for our heart. I really believe that. So I really appreciate you being here. I thank you for heart sharing this journey. I thank you for sharing is caring. For many of you villagers, I call it villagers. I like that word. It feels so homey, doesn't it? Like some kind of bonfire. I love the word villager. But you are always welcome here. The door is always open. And join in the garden. We are planting seeds of gratitude here. And if you want to know more about parts that you can do or things that may be a benefit, that's the goal. This is not about just one person. This is about all of us getting something that fulfills us. So be sure to visit helpingbuildbridgesacross.com for whatever you might need to know more about. But until next time, my name, Donyale, from the village of helpingbuildbridgesacross.com. And this is a Live Heart Inspired moment. And you're only a visitor here once. Once you come back after one time, you're a villager. And the goal here, the intent here, the why here is making gratitude contagious. Making gratitude contagious, infecting as many hearts as possible. We're planting seeds of gratitude. And these seeds are going to grow forward. Take care. Until next time, making gratitude contagious. Take care.